This is Kenny the Handyman here. This time I'm going to show you how to blow out your underground irrigation system. So you definitely want to get the water out of the irrigation lines for your sprinkler system before winter sets in and freezes the water and cracks all the lines. So one of the first things you do is to locate your backflow prevention valve, which should be on the outside of the house. And this is where you're going to be connecting an air compressor line to put compressed air into this this valve here, the hose bed valve, and you're going to be blowing out the water from that location. So once you've done that, we're going to come over to your zone or your sprinkler zone irrigation control module right over here, and we're going to be blowing out each zone one by one. This one has 6 zones, and we're going to start with the furthest zone, which is zone 6 in this case, and blow all the water out of those lines first, and then work our way up to zone 1, which is going to be our closest line. So your first step is to locate your water supply to your irrigation system and shut it off. The next step is to connect up your compressed air hose, and then to shut off the valves going to the backflow preventer. So this system only has 6 zones, so it's not huge. So you should be able to blow this out with maybe a 40-gallon home compressor. If you got long runs or anything larger than that, you're going to have to get a pull-behind trailer compressor. The type of compressor you want to use for large systems with many zones. One that can be pulled on a trailer. Then at your control panel, turn on the zone that's furthest away from the system so that you can blow that zone out first. Probably this one will take a little bit longer to blow out. Most of the zones only take a few minutes. This one may take 10 minutes, depending on how long of a run it is. This one is the first zone 7 that we're blowing out right now, and it's a pretty long run, so it's going to take a few minutes. This is what it looks like when it first starts up for about the first minute or two. This one's almost empty. Barely pushing any water through now. We also have a drip irrigation system underneath this ground cover and flower bed, and you're not going to be able to hear the water coming out of that system since it's underground, but just run it anyways, and the water will be pushed out of the tubes, and you'll hear a high-pitched air sound when it's towards the end of emptying those lines. The last thing you want to do once you've got all of your zones and water blown out of all the lines is to come over to your backflow prevention valve and get all the remaining water out of this unit as well, so that this valve doesn't crack. There's still water left in here. So you want to open up these valves here and here, and then you're going to take this bleeder valves and you're going to open these up. Just put a little screwdriver here and turn both of these to open these lines up, and take this bottom cap off, drain cap off. Once you do that, the water's just going to, remaining water that's left in here is going to drain out of here. And once you do that, put the cap back on, close your bleeder valves back up. I suggest keeping these at about a 45-degree angle for the winter time, and all the water will be completely out of your system at this point. So I hope that helps.